क्या बोलने जा रहे हो? और मैं consistency हूँ.
Go for it.
Have we talked about it yet?
I believe in jugaad.
Dun dun dun.
Add your own masala, cause that's how we roll. Learn from Alia Bhatt.
Ding ding ding.
This picture abhi baki hai dost.
Cut. Hello. And welcome to With Love, Twin Me Not,
Where we adult out loud.
so you don't have to in silence.
Today, what we're talking about is very relevant to us and also what's happening around.
The topic for today is followers versus community. What are we really building?
I mean, in today's age, anybody can become a content creator. I mean, that's a great thing.
Absolutely.
But you put a few videos, some may hit, millions, you might hit an algorithm jackpot, and boom, you have the followers, you have the attention. But then what?
Yeah, I mean, it is very important to realize that the people who are following you, do they know you or want to know you? Or are you just another little dose of dopamine hit that they watch and then they scroll away?
I know. I mean, what are you really building? Are you building followers? Are you building a connection?
And to be fair, there is no right answer. You could be building either.
Yeah.
As long as you know what you're doing with it or what your end goal with it is, choose your path. But just know that the paths exist.
Yeah. In fact, when we started Twin Me Not, again, content creation is such a new thing. There is no playbook, right?
It's very unprecedented. We are
Yeah.
first generation content creators. मतलब nepotism हो ही नहीं सकता इसमें.
Not yet. But so we're also figuring it out as we go.
Yeah.
But from the very beginning, we were clear about a few things, which is that we want to establish a brand. We want to put our energy in such a way that it radiates positivity, it radiates
Yeah.
joy. So if you're a new person coming to our page and just scrolling through, you will identify the brand voice immediately, which is
Positivity, feel good,
creativity, color, joy.
Yeah.
So-
and we very consciously stay away from putting out any negativity,
Yeah.
any rants.
No matter how hard our day is.
Yeah, there are times when you want to crib or when you want to put out your frustration on
Yeah.
your stories, and not to say that we don't want to put our vulnerabilities or we don't want to show who we are. We absolutely do want to do that, and we do that in whatever capacity we can, but there's always an optimistic spin to it.
Some hope involved.
Yeah, and we may not be feeling that optimistic.
But that's what we want to put out so
Yeah.
that's what we attract.
Absolutely.
And I think it has worked well for us because that helped us build a community of people who associate all these things with us.
and who've been with us on this journey through the years of us, creating content. And like we mentioned earlier, since there is no playbook that we could follow, here are a few things that
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely helped us.
that definitely helped us, and we just tried to articulate it so that you guys can probably find a little path.
Insight.
Yeah, or find a little path that you can pick and choose for yourself.
Yeah, I think the first thing we did was we were very clear about where we're going with this. We wanted to build a community. And that's what we did. That's how we were in our interactions, whether
Yeah.
through posts, stories, or even physically offline.
Yeah, I think what happened very early on in our content creation journey was before we could even enter TikTok, TikTok got banned. And we realized that platforms can move. Anything can shut down at any moment. So
Yeah.
you might have 1 million followers here, but how many of them will actually follow you if this platform falls flat? So
Yeah.
that was a very scary reality we got in year one of content creation, I feel. So which is why we were very conscious of the fact, which is what helped us build this goal. Because
Right.
again, like we said, we couldn't have had a goal right off the bat. So there was these instances that made us feel that no, it's okay if numbers are not there, that's fine. But if we have 10 people and 8 out of those follow us to whatever place we go to,
then
battle
we
won.
really built something.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing that potentially worked for us was consistency.
Yeah.
It is a long and tiring consistency game. There are videos which will not work. There is content that you put your heart and soul into which will bomb.
Oh, so many times it has happened.
There'll be the randomest of videos that will hit 1 million views, and you never know the answer, but you just have to keep at it.
You just have to keep your head down and keep doing your work.
And keep your head up when you're facing the camera.
Anyway,
No, another thing on that is that there are times when your followership will get stuck. I think we were stuck on the same number for at least 2.5 years.
it did bring us down sometimes, but then we were like, okay, how can we crack it? So we just started posting pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And we started trying different formats to see what is working. So consistency, folks. Consistency,
Absolutely.
consistency, consistency.
Or my consistency.
Another thing which is very important, which worked for us, is training. Now, whatever space your content is in, for us, it's dance.
Yeah.
Till date, even after being in the state for so long, we are training, not just in one form, but multiple forms. You have to keep training in your art form or your form of content, and you have to keep adding skills, complementary skills to level up your game, right?
Yeah. And like she said, training in the field that you're in is extremely important, but it's also very important to keep training in different parts of skills
Yeah.
that will uplift what you're already doing.
It's like editing, marketing,
AI.
Yeah, you have to keep at it so that you can maintain the relevancy.
And talking about relevancy, it is so important to be relevant, to do all the trends that you're supposed to do, but also be rooted to where you started from. It is very important that if nostalgia is your core, don't let go of that. If creativity is your core, do the trends with your creativity.
Like we do.
Add a bit of you in whatever you're doing. Be authentic. Don't do what 50,000 other people are doing. Do what those 50,000 other people are doing, but with a twist.
Absolutely. And lastly, whenever you're stuck, go back to basics, go back to your roots, because they're there for a reason.
Yeah, and that'll just push you to realize why you started.
Yeah.
And your answer is right there.
This actually helped us in finally bringing another brand into the picture,
Yeah.
a physical manifestation.
Have we talked about it yet in any of our episodes? No?
We are going to plug it in every episode. So this is what we mean. We built a community over the period of time. And then we brought in a physical aspect to it, which is our studio, our dance space, content space, Manifest by TMN. And you know what the beautiful part about it is? When we officially launched, we got support from everywhere, from our community, which is, in the same city, or even anywhere in the world. People were sending us wishes, flowers, gifts, sharing our content and showing support in so many
Absolutely.
ways.
It felt so personal to so many
Yeah.
people. It felt like a personal win to God knows how many people. And that is where we won. Starting this establishment was okay, theek hai, we did it, fine. But when that feels like a victory for everyone who's been a part of our journey,
Then that's something.
that's something. That's absolutely something. And that's what we say. That's what we mean when we say we wanted to build a community.
So we may not have a crazy number of followers, but what we really have is real connections and people who really connect with us, believe with us.
Yeah. And we'll grow together. Now it's time for our favorite section, which is same
or lame. Okay, shit posting for the sake of it.
I think we'll only talk about us in this regard.
For us and our page, lame.
I think anything for the sake of it, no, don't go there. If you want to shit post because you're enjoying it or you're feeling like
Go
it,
for it.
yeah, basically just follow your gut.
Absolutely.
Okay, this one's fun. Buying new clothes for every video.
Lame, lame, lame. I believe in jugaad. You jugaad clothes, you beg, borrow, steal, or you mix and match. You cannot buy new clothes every time, right?
Yeah, and
Learn from Alia Bhatt.
oh wow, I love that reference. I love it. No, guys, I mean, if you look at our page also, our OG followers can identify कौन सी skirt कौन से video में पहनी है, and we also have people who call us out sometimes कि ये ना थोड़ा jeans ज़्यादा वाली पहन लिया है, अभी time to get a new pair.
हमें इतना कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
And also the good thing is both of us are the same size and we can wear our mom's clothes also.
But another thing that you might be able to do if you get into this space is collaborate with brands, which you've started to do now. So we source clothes from brands, we do like a barter collab, and wear those clothes, win-win for both parties. Sticking to one type of content or one niche.
Same and lame both. There are two approaches to this. Either you keep doing one kind of content and you leverage that audience that you build,
And that might work for some people.
and that might just be what you want to put out. It's fine. But हम लोग ना बहुत जल्दी बोर हो जाते हैं अपने content से. Which is why
we want to keep experimenting. Also, our goal has been to push more of our personality than
Yeah.
a specific kind of content. And our personality has always been to do multiple things. So that's why we will do comedy also, we'll do vlogs also, we'll do dance also, and everything.
because that's how we roll. Doing something just because everyone's doing it.
Lame. I mean, you can do something because everyone is doing it, but like she said, add your own twist, add your own masala, make it your own.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing what everybody else is doing, then why would people watch you and not others?
Then you're replaceable.
Don't be replaceable.
Thinking I'm too old or too late to get into content. Lame. Totally lame.
No, no.
We have examples in our own house. Our parents started creating content in their 50s.
Yeah. And they are hilarious. We'll put their handles right here. You gotta check them out. They are doing what they love. They're putting their art. My dad puts saxophone videos. Mom puts her art.
But the funniest is when they create with their gang, the content they create with the gang, it is too much fun to watch.
Every time they go on a trip, it's a nightmare for us because we get a ton of videos to edit. And I'm like, wow, they just created 6 videos.
Through.
It's incredible. So don't ever think that you're late.
You can start at any age, any stage. Because picture abhi baki hai mere dost. Moving on to our final segment, which is
Things nobody told us about.
content creation.
Content creation is a lonely game. You may have hundreds and thousands of followers. You may have the most supporting community, but you have to do this alone.
You have to. And there are some days when it's been rough and you still have to put a happy, brave face in front of the camera and show up. And nobody understands the struggle behind the scene. For example, today we're shooting this podcast. We started shooting at 3 p.m. and it's almost hitting midnight. Because it's not just about content, right?
There's so much that goes behind it. You need to conceptualize, you need to have a short breakdown, you need to have the right people with you, or you need to have the right equipment, you need to know how to edit, you may not be happy with the results, so you might have to redo it all over again. And for a large part of the content creation journey, you're doing this alone. Yeah. Till you find a very nice team. Putting yourself out there for people to judge requires guts. Real guts. Imagine like showing up, in front of the camera for the world to judge you. It's not easy. And anytime a non-content creator friend has tried, they are like, oh wow, it's tougher than it seems. Yeah, I mean, you might have a pimple on your face, your makeup might be breaking down, you might be having an emotional breakdown minutes before you have to maybe shoot a video, take a class, God knows what. So it takes a lot of guts and a huge amount of vulnerability and insecurity and security at the same time to be able to do content. And in this journey of content creation, you have to be backed by passion because it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And if you don't have passion, you'll tire out. And for the final pravachan point, collaboration over competition. There is a space for everybody, there's an audience for everybody, there are listeners for every voice. So don't look at it from a short-sighted perspective. Grow together so the community grows together. Absolutely. So with that, we got to the end of this episode. Thank you for tuning in again. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and join us next time. Until then, with love, Swinly not.